What is up, everybody? My name is Hyken, and this is the Pulsar Xlite Wireless. Before we get started, I do need to disclose that Pulsar did send this out to me, but this is still going to be a 100% honest review. The Pulsar Xlite Wireless is a $75 ergonomic shaped wireless mouse coming in either black or white. It features a 58 gram weight, which is super light for a wireless mouse. The mouse shares the same shape and overall design with its wired counterpart, having these oval holes and the cutout bottom, as well as the same exact ergonomic shape. The feet on the wireless one are a little different than the wired one, but that's really the only major difference between the two, other than the fact that, well, the wireless one is wireless. In the box, you get the mouse, a wireless receiver, a wireless adapter, a USB Type-C to USB Type-A charging cable, a manual, and a sticker. I wouldn't have minded an extra set of feet in here. I really never say no to that, but it's definitely not an essential feature since you're probably not going to be taking these feet off ever. There's no need to paracord a wireless mouse. If you really do want the extra set of feet, they're $5 on Pulsar's website. Really quick before we move on, if you're enjoying the video or find it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you could drop a like and subscribe. Both of those really help me out. The mouse features a 2.4 GHz wireless connection, which is pretty standard nowadays. It functions really well paired with the PAW3370 sensor in this mouse. Tracking was really smooth, flick shots felt really precise. It was smooth sailing across the board as far as I'm concerned with sensor performance. The mouse has a 1000 Hz polling rate, which is also pretty standard. I highly suggest you take advantage of that. Mouse balance and weight distribution also feel really good here, even with the big internal battery. As I said earlier, it's a 58 gram weight, and it definitely feels super light. The shape here is really quite good. Ergonomic mice generally aren't my preference, but I think this one's really quite nice. Palm grip is just about perfect for medium to large hands. The long slope in the back and the way the right side flares out make it fit my hand like a glove for palm grip. Relaxed claw grip is also pretty good, but I think it would be better with larger hands than medium ones like mine. Tense claw is also pretty good. Again, the long slope fits into your palm really well. Fingertip grip was definitely usable here, but I generally don't suggest ergonomic mice for fingertip grip. The long slope in the back is great for grips where your palm is in contact and needs a place to rest, but that's just not the case with fingertip grip. It's really quite the opposite. This mouse takes aim at palm grip and claw grip and really knocks them both out of the park. I really love it when a mouse picks one or two grips and just focuses on doing those really well, instead of trying to do all three grips pretty mediocre. The mouse features an internal rechargeable battery that should last you for about 70 hours with the LED turned off, I believe. I never really tested it to its fullest potential because I just plugged the mouse in overnight. You can still use it while it charges as well, which is super nice, and it's a USB-C charging port, so that means less fumbling around with the cable. There's no dedicated DPI button on this mouse on the top or the bottom. They cut it to save on weight. You can go into the software to change the DPI setting that you're on like I did, or if you want to cycle through it, you can hold down left click, the scroll wheel click, and the front thumb button to cycle through your DPI. You can also turn on or off the LED light using a similar key combination. You do right click, click on the scroll wheel, and the back thumb button. There's also an on-off switch for the entire mouse on the bottom of the mouse. Left and right mouse buttons are Kale GM 8.0s, which are pretty much the new gold standard when it comes to mouse switches. These feel really nice, and they go through by hand selecting the best ones, so you know you're getting a good quality switch. These feel super crisp, the tactility is super defined and clear, and the sound you get out of them is also really quite nice. There's a little bit of pre and post travel, but nothing that's really alarming. Side buttons are also super crisp and clicky with very little pre and post travel. The placement also works pretty well for me. They're also pretty good sized, so you never really need to go looking for them when you need them. The scroll wheel is pretty decent. The click on it feels nice, but the tactility and the sound it makes do leave a little bit to be desired. I'll go ahead and roll a sound test for everything on this mouse so you can hear it for yourself. Build quality on this mouse is rock solid. I never had any concerns during regular use. There was no creaking, no bending, even for me squeezing the mouse pretty hard from the top of it. Yes, if you do turn the mouse over and you push down on like the skinny parts on the bottom of the mouse where it's cut out, yeah, it's gonna creak and bend. That's how that works. But during regular use, you really don't have anything to worry about. This thing is super sturdy despite all the holes. I think these oval holes give it a lot more durability than a standard honeycomb or circular design would. This is a seriously sturdy mouse, okay? Nothing to worry about in the build quality department. These white 100% pure PTFE feet are an absolute dream to play on. They did change the design from the wired version to this wireless version, so instead of getting like the little kind of triangle on each corner, you get full coverage for the top and the bottom of the mouse, and I much prefer this. More surface area means that you just get a smoother glide. Software wise, all the bases are covered. Things are pretty standard here. You can rebind buttons, change DPI stages, change the LED lighting effect, polling rate, lift-off distance, and basic mouse parameters. There's also a macro system if that's your thing. So would I recommend this mouse? Well, if you're a palm gripper or a claw gripper looking for a good wireless, lightweight ergonomic mouse, I really don't think that you can do any better than this. Ergonomic shapes aren't everybody's cup of tea, but if you're looking for something comfortable and competitive, you really can't get better than an ergonomic mouse. This mouse nails everything in my opinion. Having a good shape, a good sensor, good wireless connection, good weight, it does it all, and it does it all with style. I am a huge fan of this mouse, and if you want to get it for yourself, check it out down in the description below. Alright everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.